Hello, my name is Tylluan. I'm a solitary pagan witch. I'm an author and the founder of the Wolf and Howl Press. And today's little chat is about creativity, which I think is an important part of being a witch. Yes, we have to study. Yes, we work on our inner self. Yes, we try and learn about things. Yes, and a lot of us are very creative too. Seems to go with the territory. But, and this is something I've seen a lot of since, since my last videos really. Anything that people do these days, we're being encouraged to sell it. You know, how to make this and sell them. If you look on YouTube on a lot of the crafting channels, you know, it's all about how to make 100 hair bobbles in a day and sell them. It's as though our creative work has no value unless we're making money from it. And really, that's daft. That's buying into an entirely capitalist system. And we should be avoiding this because we don't need this idea of only creating in order to make money. It's nice to make money, of course it is. And it's nice to create. And it's good when you can sell the odd thing, and I have no problem with that. But when you reach the stage where you are only creating in order to make money, where you are going on YouTube to brag how much money you've made from a certain line of sewing, crochet, knitting, painting, whatever, then I think it starts to get a little bit odd. It's quite permissible to just create. Just have a sketchbook full of colourings or of scribbles and sketches or a bit of calligraphy. Just have a few squares that you've knitted with the plan perhaps of turning them into a cushion or a blanket or whatever. Don't feel you've got to make the definitive crochet blanket. Don't feel you have to make the definitive painting or piece of calligraphy. If you can, well done, that's great. No problem with that. I think my problem is when people are being made to feel, and I do believe that's happening, that they really, really must create in order to sell, because that's not the be all and end all. If you want to do it, fine, but don't feel you have to do it. Take time off to make things that you're not going to sell. A piece of jewellery just for yourself. You know, years and years ago, when I first started knitting, you buy your patterns in the local wool shop, and they'd be for double knit, chunky, 3-ply, 4-ply, and that was about it. And as long as you got your tension right, you could use any of these patterns with any of the types of wool. If you had a double knit pattern for a certain brand of wool, you could try it on your needles, make the pattern tension square, and as long as you got it roughly right, it'd be fine on a different type of wool. So it worked. But now, and this has been going on really for about 25 years, 30 years, now you look at a lot of things and I look at them and think, oh, those look nice. Oh, they'd be great to knit. But these are wools I've never heard of. And they're not even giving the ply of the wool. They're not saying, oh, this is 4-ply or something where you can say, well, I can't afford that wool. You know, you're talking about £12 for 50 grams or something. And no, can't do it. I mean, I'll do it out of cheap wool and I'll put whatever in it, a glitter yarn or whatever. But no, it's been almost taken out of our reach. It's almost been made that only those who can afford it can do it. And that's another thing. Don't be put off. Don't be put off. Try your tension squares, see if you can get them to match up. And if you can't, well, go and find something else. Go on Ravelry, a perfectly good site with lots of nice patterns on there. Give them a try. I just feel that we're being pushed into doing things we really don't want to do, don't need to do. Nice, as I said, if you can make something and somebody is happy to pay you for it. But trust me, all too often they're not. I remember once making a really spectacular jacket. It was gorgeous. It was Fair Isle, and I'm not good at Fair Isle, but I did it. Lovely jacket. And a lot of people said, oh, that's nice. And one woman said, would you make me one? And I said, yes. Well, how much do you charge? And I said, well, there's about £80 worth of wool in this. I'd made it as a present to myself. That's what it was. Put my birthday money and Christmas money all together. You know, because she wanted certain colours. This was another thing. I could have used up some of the wool I had and it would have been cheaper, but no, she wanted a particular colour scheme. So I said that. She said, oh, that's much too much. And I thought, that's the cost of the wool. Never mind my time in making it. And that's the attitude people have with a lot of things. Oh, that's too much. Can't have that. And it's so daft. They expect people to work for nothing. And we can't. Not as witches. We can't do our crafting or our spells or anything else for nothing. It doesn't work that way. And I have somewhere else done a little video on the dangers of doing spells for other people, that they can go badly wrong. Anyway, I think that's about all on this, to be honest, before I go into a full-blown rant. It's lovely to be back, and I hope I'm back more often now. And thank you for listening. Goodbye.